to Gaming Guide. I'm your guide into the galaxy of gaming. We are here with Dangandnd D&D with our DM B to start us out.
Hello, I'm B. I am your DM for the night, and I would just like to leave a little content warning before we start. This is an adult podcast with violence, sexual content, drug use, and cursing. If none of those are a concern to you, welcome to the DM's table. Tonight we are playing Dangandnd D&D, which is based off of Danganronpa, a Japanese visual novel game that is a murder mystery. All right. And our fun fact, starting with the NPC, our players tonight will be sharing when their turn comes up due to how tonight will play out might become very important. But our fun fact is actually going to be about your headmasters. Even though they look the same age as you all, they're a lot younger than you. All right, we can go ahead and start.
Sorry. Huh.
Okay.
I thought we were like 18. How can they be younger than us? Write that down. Write that down.
I mean,
Write that down.
they. At least I think they are.
I'm spitting riddles, man.
No.
All right.
Spinning straight
But
wise.
fun facts are where that's what we're rolling for, right?
No, I needed your guys' initiative before we started because if you read some words, if you read the that I did for 30 minutes ago, it is actually linked to the one that was sent like 2 weeks ago, explaining what will be happening.
Well, I rolled 17 because I was setting stuff up. Secondly, so the fun fact order is gonna be Jin, Sky, and then or
whoever else after. It's not happening now. I want to get through Aki's part because it will change the tone depending upon the actions he takes. So I want to get this out of the way, and then each person will do their fun fact before their turn, and then we'll go back to normal with fun facts before the session. I know that it's really weird, but it's also because of this being a really important maybe beginning.
I don't like that.
I don't know what to say. I can't really change anything.
I know.
Listen, V said
I may be God,
maybe,
but you still have free will.
True. I'm fine.
Keyword could be.
Could be. Yes, I know.
All right. So, Aki, you have just left the party, and you are heading towards the kitchen in the hallway. Is there anything you would like to do before the kitchen? I know that I believe that Shion left with you. I wasn't able to get my normal 100 hours of listening to the same thing in this week. I did that last week.
I'm pretty sure because Octavia was going to help with other stuff, and he was helping me. Yeah.
So
was helping me.
You are joined by Shion. So, is there anything you'd like to do, or are you just heading straight to the kitchen?
Let's just head straight to the kitchen because
right.
because desserts must be put away.
Okay. So go ahead and roll me a perception check as you enter the kitchen.
Okay.
Great.
We're also going to be rolling my free dice that I got for buying Christmas gifts today. So let's see, the purple, and that's a whole ass 8. Good job, Shion. Can't see shit.
Sounds like Shion. Hold on, I needed to pull up my character sheet because I still haven't drawn my stuff. God damn it.
You're good. Take your time. It gives me time to open up all my notes. I have like 20 different pages because I'm insane.
I got a 19.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. So, as you enter the kitchen, you do notice that it is rather spotless, except there looks to be a little bit of um little droplets over by the fridge and freezer, along with
Mm.
the fact that it does look like there are a few droplets heading towards the door and back where you guys are. But it looks like it had stopped sometime like as they left the kitchen. So it's just small little droplets of pink on the floor. Um along with hold on, because you're yeah. But as you get closer to the freezer, you start to notice that there are items that were hidden by the counters, actually on the floor as if someone had just like banged uh into one of the counters and toppled a bunch of pots, spoons, pans all onto the floor. And for the most part, other than that, the kitchen looks relatively clean.
Mm. Um,
What would you like to do?
the desserts are on a cart, right? Or are we
Yes,
carrying?
whatever is still left is most likely going to be brought in with a cart just to make your guys' life easier. Um,
Okay, just asking because I needed to know on that.
it-
Oh God. I'll just. I want to put the desserts in the fridge first before checking around.
okay. So are you does do any of the desserts need to go? Actually, no. So as you enter the fridge with the cart, most likely she actually hold on, brain. Sorry, I'm really excited, so there's just a lot of like noise in my brain. It's very hard to focus. Um, so Shion will like glance over at you, and I'm gonna do an insight check to see if Aki is showing any concern, or at least in a way that Shion can read it properly. Um, okay, and I need to get his sheet up because I have like 20 things open. Do do do.
Oh.
Okay. Uh,
Ah.
perception. All right. Not perception, insight. I said insight. That's gonna be a 14.
He can tell there's a little slight concern for the fact that it's kind of dirty and there's no sign of aroma.
All right. Um, so as he kind of like does a quick little look around, noticing that all the countertops are clean and shiny, he kind of speaks under his breath, not noticing the same things that you are.
Mm.
Oh wow, Karoma did a pretty good job. And then he will take a look at you and notice that you look a little bit worried and look a little bit puzzled for a moment before looking around a second time, this time getting a dirty 20, and his eyes kind of widen and look over at you, and he's just like, um, I'm guessing we're addressing that after we finish what we're doing.
Um, yeah, because um, I think that would at least don't want to get this stuff like yeah, just yeah.
All right. Let me get these pots and pans out of the way, and then we can get the cart into the fridge, and hopefully we'll be able to find Kuroma pretty quickly.
Yeah, hopefully.
Okay. And he kind of moves in a little bit closer. He's probably okay. He might have just hurt himself right when he was finishing up. Maybe he just had to wrap up a cut or something.
He kind of looks around a bit and he's just like, I don't think there were any knives, but I hope.
He kind of nods a little bit, and then you guys head into the fridge. And I'm gonna go ahead and roll with the 19 that you had for your perception when you move into here as well. And as you move into the fridge, you notice that one, the floor is covered in foods that were knocked off of some of the shelves. It looks like everything's been disturbed, and there's just a few small droplets in here as well. But as you look around in the fridge, you can feel that something's off, something's wrong.
Oh. He's gonna. God, I don't like this. He's gonna. I don't know.
I don't know if I ever specified this. I feel like I might have done it in the first episode, so a really long time ago at this point. But it goes the fridge, and then there's a door in the back that leads to the freezer, which is like the meat locker.
So, Aki is going to push the cart to the side a little bit and walk past and go further in.
Into the fridge?
Yeah,
All right. Do you plan on going into the freezer?
most likely. If there's like food everywhere, he's most likely gonna check the freezer.
Yeah, it and like whatever isn't on the floor definitely looks a little messed up on some of the shelves, although like a few look pristine, like the ones that are higher up or like really low. So about like mid height or like right where your face would be is like everything's messed up. And as you move further in, hold on. I need to get to another thing I have.
Oh God,
Yep.
you're giving me a lot of anxiety.
I know. It's a good build-up. It's a good build-up.
It's a horrible build-up.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's a great build-up, guys.
No, it isn't.
Suspense is what makes it a good build-up.
No.
All right. So as you walk into the freezer, for shits and giggles, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Oh God.
For
Oh.
shits and giggles.
It's gonna be
No
like
boost and gas, guys. Just do it.
I got a
It's
nat
gonna be
20.
like
Shit.
it's gonna be like
You got a
one of
what?
those horror.
I got a nat 20.
Oh hell yeah!
Okay. So as you walk in, your eyes immediately land on this.
I swear to love of
Feel
God.
free to play. I'm not on the Wi-Fi. This is gonna take.
Ow. Okay then.
There is. You see Noya. There was a meat hook that was against the wall, and it looks like he managed to get on there.
Managed somehow.
There is blood everywhere. On the wall behind him, down his back, all over the floor. It looks like it's pooling, and some of it is still dripping from his neck. The little pitter patter of soft droplets hitting into the wet floor. And you notice in the puddle of blood on the floor next to the body, you see. Let me get some things. Bap. Okay. That's it.
Okay.
For those in the audience that don't know, pink in this
I would,
universe is
yeah,
blood in this universe is pink.
yes. And what he sees on the floor is a butcher's knife covered in blood. It's on the floor. You can't really tell if the blood was from neck spewage, the blood on the floor, or if it came from somebody else or Noya himself. But you do notice that his hands, like the very ends of his fingertips, look like they're starting to get a bit blue, along with his lips and the tip of his nose. Somebody did show the dead body, right? I'm sorry, I don't have the stream open. I have 80 other fucking tabs open. Thank you. I'm sorry. And yep. And not too long after your eyes fall upon Noya, Shion kind of pokes his head around and like steps past the cart and looks into the freezer, and his eyes widen as a sound rings out over the intercom. And the screens all flash on, and it doesn't matter where you are. Everybody is going to be awoken by this noise. It's rung throughout the schools, throughout the dorms, as loud as possible. And as the screens pop on, you see Alister and Adrian. Adrian with this big smirk and very, very pompous, holding like a glass of champagne that looks like it's recently been poured. And it is my pleasure to announce that a body has been discovered. Everybody make their way to the kitchen, and we will see you there. We have to give you a few announcements and explain the next step of our game. And the lights and the TV will shut off, and we are going to go ahead and get Jin's reaction.
Okay, so before even by the time Shion looks in, I would say that it after staring at it for a minute in shock, he's going to turn around and try and get out of the kitchen, get out into the kitchen because he was going to puke.
Yeah, like with Shion, he's timidly pushing, just kind of glancing in. So if he sees you making a beeline, he'll step out of the way because he's just his eyes are wide. He's just kind of staring at the floor. His face is pale. He looks and he starts to breathe a little bit faster, and you can see that he kind of sets himself up straight and pushes the hair out of his eyes as he manages to compose himself, and they look over at you as you head out, and then back at Noya's body in the freezer, and very quickly walks out of the fridge. And if you want to do a constitution check to see how far you get before you vomit?
Okay, this is my goal, to get to at least the sink. I got a 4.
You trip on the ledge from the freezer to the fridge, stumble your way out of the fridge and trip on that ledge as well. You're barely able to keep yourself steady as right as you walk out, 2 steps after you give in. You give in and vomit on the floor.
God.
All right. We're going to go ahead and pause and get everybody's reactions to the announcement. And then we will come back around because people might join you.
If people join me, they're just going to see Peep on the floor and Aki crying.
Tion's literally like just sitting there staring off into the distance with a blank stare. Alright. So I heard Galaxy's initiative, and I know that Sky, you're next, but I do need to get Deku's and Rose's. I just didn't hear
17.
you. Okay. Do you want to be Galaxy, do you want to do like a roll off, or how do you wish
No,
to settle
you can
this?
have it.
All right.
I get pulled into
Alright.
everyone else's stuff. I'm just an
Yeah.
NPC with another voice.
Yeah, technically.
God.
All of my characters get pulled around, the NPCs and the player characters, so
Yeah.
I'm just an NPC.
All right. Lovely. All right.
Helps, I
Deku, what
got a
did you get?
1.
If it helps, I got one.
It's okay. You're just busy doing other things.
Yeah. Alice was preoccupied. It's fine.
Preoccupied
Oh
with
my
two
gosh.
guys.
Aki, I totally forgot to get Aki's fun fact. You still have to hit me with that.
Oh yeah.
Demons
Ready
have
for
we all get
tonal
head
whipping.
pads.
Sweet.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Demon.
I think so.
Alright.
You want to just give the fun fact real quickly?
Yep.
Okay, so when he was younger, he would accidentally rip his plushie sometimes, and so his mom taught him how to sew so he could fix it. Fix minor ones, minor
Nice.
little rips.
Those little
Very practical.
oopsies.
Okay. Speed writing, but I'm not fast. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to Sky. I'll go ahead and get your fun fact and then your reaction, just so that I don't forget, because I will forget.
Fuck. Wait, do I need to do my introduction? Like the whole thing?
Just a fun
Screen.
fact. This
Just a fun fact.
is a very awkward and I want to say bumpy yet smooth murder discovery.
Yeah,
Fun.
yeah, definitely.
Okay, fun fact. Fuck. Sky's kind of sexuality, is quite open, pansexual. Just because of like, her experience with modeling has meant that she's talked to a lot of people and she's had a lot of experience with a lot of people.
Nice. The way that I wrote sexuality, it's like spaced into 3 letter sections with like these weird gaps between it. I hate it. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's cool.
And
But
the way she would react to the murder. Or did you have a question for my fun fact?
oh,
Did I need to
well,
answer?
I was gonna just really quickly set the scene of like you're probably in the room with, I'm guessing, Ashton and Harper.
Yep.
Yep. And the screen turns on, you get an announcement that there's been a body and that you guys all need to meet in the kitchen.
Cool. What time is it?
Okay, times. I'm going to say around 10 o'clock. So not too long since you've gotten, like, it's been 10 minutes since you left the party.
Oh, God damn it, we're just getting ready for sex.
Jayden, you're like, son of a bitch!
The ultimate cock block. A murder.
Yep. Beautiful.
A murder!
A murder. Cool. I'm gonna say Sky was in the middle of putting on a harness when the screen came up and everything was said. So she's gonna be a little shocked. And kind of grab whatever she's been using to sleep in, which is one of Ashton's larger tops. And put it over the harness. And just say, wait, someone has been killed? We were at the party not 10 minutes ago. I thought everyone was there.
Not everyone was not everyone was there. Oh god, do you think it was somebody that wasn't there?
It would have to be, I assume.
I will
They
say
said the
that
kitchen.
as Harper's talking to you, she's also like, I don't really know what position she was in, but whatever she's doing, she
Tied down
drops
to
it
the bed so
on
we
a
can tie.
nightgown that she just kind of leaves in Ashton's room.
Uh-huh. Understandable. I would assume that it would have had to have been one of the people who wasn't there. They said the kitchen, so it's a little bit away from the party.
Yeah, that's a good mile. Yep. A good mile across. Yeah, I'm going with it. Ashton
That
can't
is
tell.
that is
This is
such a
flat
big
campus.
campus.
That's such a
That is
massive campus. We need a
that
bus
is
to get
no.
around.
Ashton can just be bad with distance. I will
That's-
let you
yeah.
know it's not a mile.
Yeah, can we roll an
Not a mile.
intelligence check for that?
That's like a mile away, man.
Listen, Ashton can only have
Ashton.
two things.
Ashton.
He can either be horny and dumb, or not horny and actually smart.
Dumber.
I mean, listen, he has
Is
his
it-
smart moments.
Yes.
Just because my brain don't work, don't blame it on Ashton.
Poor Ashton.
I'm gonna blame it on Ashton either way.
Of course you
I-
are, because you don't like Ashton.
I
Actually.
mean the gazebo isn't too far from the dorms, and
It changed everyone's
it
picture
does
but my
feel
own.
like a mile though, especially with everything that we had to help move in and out.
I guess you're right. It does feel longer than it probably is. Let's get down to the kitchen. So we can see, unfortunately, who it is.
Okay.
I really hope it wasn't Rudy. I liked him.
Let's see. Wow. I did not mean to throw that way. Oops. Okay. Wrong sheet. Okay. She thinks for a moment and she looks a little bit concerned. Well, I mean, Rudy wasn't one of the people at the party. So it's more likely, but I I don't think it could be Rudy. I don't know. Something tells me it's not.
I really hope not. Come on, you two. She's gonna open the door and kind of hold out her hand for whoever is closest.
I'm guessing Harper. Oh, speaking of, I'm just gonna give you Harper's because I haven't looked at the last three, but I know that you've interacted with her.
Thank you.
So
Yeah, because in like one of the last ones we had the discussion about the songs and stuff. So
yeah, and
helpful.
I might also owe you Ashton. No, less likely. I don't know. I'll have to
Oh.
check. If I owe you Ashton, you'll get it later.
Damn.
But there you are.
Oh, pretty.
Thank you. All right. But you all head down to the kitchen, and you see a few of the other students there, along with Aki and Shion, who look visibly disturbed, whereas everybody else looks a little confused, concerned. And let's. All right.
Oh my god,
And you
everything just
see
reverted back. I'm having issues.
what?
Everyone's pictures just reverted back
Oh no.
because I changed mine.
That's insane.
Uh-huh.
But not too long after you walk in, you see somebody walk out of the freezer. It's Lucy, and he looks upset, but it's without really getting to talk to him or anything. You can just tell that whatever it was upsetting. But he kind of steps to the side, and we will move on to the next person just for the time being. We're just all kind of holding everything when everybody gets down to the kitchen. You guys know the drill. So, with that being said, Rose, what is your fun fact for Jefferson?
Okay. I'm having a hard time but choosing between two. Pick even or odd.
Even.
Alrighty. Alright. For his fun fact, Jefferson actually enjoys doing something other than math. Well, it's technically a math adjacent, but he enjoys tinkering with electronics and machines. May not be well in the areas of other mathematical subjects such as science. He's really good at mechanics. A little bit less than his brother, but still decently well.
I totally messed up the word machines, but nobody needs to see how badly I completely butchered that word. All right.
Primarily enjoys the mechanics of animatronics.
Interesting. I can spell animatronics, but I can't spell machines. Does that say anything about me? Yeah.
Possibly.
Five Nights at Freddy's ruined my life.
Hasn't it all for all of us?
Yes. All right. But you left at, oh god, I can't tell if that's an 8 or a 9. I legitimately wrote both. I think it's supposed to be. Shit, hold on.
I believe it was
You left after
9 something.
Felix. You left after. Oh yeah, and you talked to. It might have been 9:30 then. So about 20
Yeah.
minutes go by. Whatever. What are you up to? Just chilling
Alright.
in your room.
When Jefferson got to his room, he did his semi usual business of doing his workouts. Goes in the shower. Does his usual routine of showering. As he gets out, the announcement plays. As he's buttoning down his dress shirt, just waving his hand in a circle like, alright, come on, get the announcement over with. Nothing that important, I bet. As he hears the word that, like, murder has happened,
A body has.
his head shoots over to the TV and it's like, what? Just getting a pair of jeans like he usually does. He flings open one of his drawers, puts on sweatpants, and books it down the hall towards the kitchen. On his head, thinking, "It's not Felix." that running through his head as he's booking it down to the hall.
You're straight up running.
He is running like an Olympian athlete.
Roll me a dex save at disadvantage because you seem like you're the type of person to focus on one goal and not notice anything else.
Absolutely.
Yep,
You are
roll with
correct about that.
dex save with disadvantage.
Save, alright. Alright, let me pull up my character sheet. Why I already didn't have it checked, but area, that's not where my character sheet is. It would be an 18.
Okay. So
Without disadvantage would be a 19.
okay. You are just barely able to whiff by somebody, and as you do, you kind of like hear someone say something. Um Roll a perception check to see if you hear it.
He doesn't hear it.
Oh, he doesn't.
He
All
doesn't.
right. And I'm taking some liberties. You burst into the kitchen and you do see a few students there along with Aki and Shion and Sky, and you see Lucy, who's like next to Shion by like 5 feet off to the side, and he looks like sullen, but he doesn't look as upset as everybody else. And you notice that there isn't a body directly in the kitchen. What would you like to do? Actually, no. I said we have to wait when we get into the kitchen.
Yep.
I can't let you do anything. Never mind, loser. I just want everybody's reaction so badly here. I am not normal today, my god. But we shall move on to Jayden and Alice. Or would you rather start with Valeri because of the fact that Deku is in nap? How would you like to move this initiative? I just know that you like to do Jayden's fun fact first, so I had his name written.
I do like to do Jayden's fun fact first. However, I'm gonna let Deku choose since I know she's gonna be leaving for work soon. I don't know if she's left yet.
Okay.
She may not have left, but she may be in the shower. Oh no, yeah, muted.
Dear God, I need the time. I'm not even able to shower because I didn't know this was happening. Oh boy.
Okay. So I will go ahead and do Val first.
Alright.
And then Jayden, I will wait until Deku has time because they're
Okay,
gonna...
sounds good. Well, I was about to say, whenever Valerie's
I was
turn
going to
is
say
over...
we can go ahead and do Jayden and them now, and
Okay.
then I can just do everything I need to do immediately after.
That's perfectly fine with me too.
Cool.
Oh shit, I forgot that someone gave me stickers today. Sorry, I just looked down and I saw them sitting in my pocket. There's a Keep a Constant Day sticker.
Fun, fun story, but I'll save that for later.
Heard. What?
But,
Trio.
Jayden's fun fact.
9:55. So, okay. Go ahead. Sorry, I was trying to figure out where your time was. I found it.
His favorite movie is Dr. Dolittle. Because he wishes...
Yeah, that's fitting. It's fitting.
Because he wishes he could actually talk to animals.
Don't we all?
Very fitting. All right. So not even, it's like you are probably able to get back to your guys' dorm room and this would go off because it's been about 5 minutes since you guys left. Or you might be in the cafe putting away drinks. I'm not sure.
I will let Deku do her fun fact, and then we can go on with where we are.
Sounds like a plan.
Deku, throw you on the
Cool.
spot.
Yeah.
Under the
fucking-
bus.
I need a DM refresh. Did I explain how she met Cassie last week? I think I did.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes, you did. She met Cassie in a grocery store during a panic attack, specifically the soup aisle for meme reasons.
Oh, for memes, yes. Right. Okay, I remember now. Thanks. Have I ever explained her favorite color? I think I did.
Ugh. I don't believe that it might have been in character,
Mm-hmm.
but I
It's
don't
not
think that I
written in
ever.
my notes, so I didn't figure. But I'm like, I have no idea.
I do have that your favorite sweet is pound cake.
Cool. If you don't have it, then we're gonna go with probably none.
Yeah, I'm speed running like reading this, which is low key very difficult because I can't read shit.
That's
I
fine.
do have
I'll just make a note of it for next time. For this one, I'm going to say that her favorite type of colors are like soft colors, so like pastels and that kind of thing. They're less harsh to look at.
I love that everybody's doing like rather like happy or like explanation based things. It's like, hey guys, we just found a body. Time to do all the sweet fun facts to counteract.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo! We're totally
We
not
need to talk about more
deflecting.
trauma.
We're not
We're totally
deflecting
not-
off of the trauma that we're experiencing now. Couldn't we?
Completely.
All right.
What trauma?
Where are you guys? Because I know that you were cleaning up everything, and then this happened like 5 minutes after your whole entire like group of people left the party. Which I will say that you've definitely made it inside by this point in time. I'm not sure if you were heading to the cafe or if you were heading to the to your rooms. 'Cause why not?
You could have made it inside by now. It's a mile.
It is not.
Well, there would have been, especially after they sat out for that long, there would have been no chance of saving any of the drinks or keeping any of them. So they
Yeah.
probably would have put them in the nearest, like, receptacle and then, like, made their way towards one of their rooms. I'm assuming Alice's, because that's normally how this goes.
Yeah. Let me actually see which one's closest to the door because I do have maps and I do know where your guys' rooms are. Ashton's is closest to the door because he's number 1.
He
I remember
number
that.
one.
He was number 1.
Sorry. A bard at the Ren Fair was playing that on their ukulele.
Nice.
Cool.
Indeed. Oh. Okay, rooms in order.
I think Jayden's is
I can read.
later. I know Toby's and Alice's are on either side of each other.
Okay, yeah, I was about to say with technically speaking, the people that are closest to the door would be 1, 2, and 3, and 17. Which is sounds insane. It sounds insane, but it's on an opposite wall. Toby's
Yeah.
like 3 doors down from 17. I'm including 17, so 2 doors down. Jayden's 23, so furthest. You said across, so she's up here. She's an 8.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, it could just be Toby's or Alice's, whichever one you would prefer in this case.
We're just gonna go with Alice's.
Okay.
For contextual
So-
reasons that aren't gonna end up happening because murder.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's fine.
I'm sorry.
Listen, I
I'm
would feel more
Sorry I
bad
had
for
to
Toby.
murder someone.
Sorry, guys. It
I would
happened a
feel
while
more
ago.
bad for poor Toby. It's fine.
Sorry guys, it happened a while ago. I had to murder someone. It just had to be done.
I feel like Matt Pat right now, trying to come up with a theory.
I have a
Deduce the
theory.
lore. To get things on track because I'm running out of time. We just got into the room.
Yeah, pretty much you guys walk in and the TV turns on after the loud announcement plays over the speaker.
Fun.
You open the door. A body has been discovered!
Oh fuck!
Holy shit, man.
Imagine if you, like...
They're probably having a lovely conversation as they make their way back. He's like, a body has been discovered. The fuck?
Yeah, you open
The
the door, a
complete
body's
wrong
been
direction
discovered.
from where things were
Jayden's
headed,
fucking
okay.
looking around the room like, where's this body?
Where's the body?
Toby looks visually concerned as he also pokes his head into the room. just in case.
Because it's just
Just in
perfect
case.
timing. Like, the door opens, the TV turns on, a body's been discovered. Where? Like, looking
I've never played
around.
the games.
Well, it does proceed to tell you that you guys are all meeting in the kitchen.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, at the
body
first
has
time,
been
like, they open
discovered.
the door, hear that, immediately Jayden's looking around the room like, where?
Alice is the only one that like stepped inside and then it comes across the screen. She's just gonna like kind of just freeze in place as like some of the color drains from her face. As she's a little bit in shock at like because they like just finished a party where most of the people were. And like this is a very like 180 from where they where everything just was. It's filled with hope and positivity and everything. So she's just kind of standing there looking at at the TV screen as it explains that they have to meet in the kitchen.
I think you guys literally just said goodbye to Chiyo and Nav too. Like You're like, bye, have a good night. A body has been discovered. I'm sorry.
Bye, have a good night. Idle
What?
conversation opens door. A body has been discovered. What?
What?
But Jayden kind of like looks at Alice, takes a calming breath and touches her shoulder. That's all I got.
You died. I don't know about for anyone else, but literally, like, he takes a deep breath and then it was just silence.
And then touches her shoulder, and then I was quiet. And I said, that's all I got.
That was it.
Okay, the silence was important. Cool. I was just making sure I didn't miss something.
Yeah, no, I don't know what to say, and no one else was saying anything, so I put all I got, so.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, I didn't. It sounded like there was gonna be like some words to be said.
It just seemed like there was gonna
Guys,
be more. I don't know.
It's Jayden. He don't know shit. He can't deal with situations. He's
Okay.
just like touch, comfort.
And
The other thing is I was dying. So I'm okay. I think you might be able to hear it in my voice, but I'm okay.
I'm
So
glad you're okay. I'd be
as
sad if you weren't.
I just breathed incorrectly.
I just
You know, weed. But as Jayden does that, Toby kind of like pokes his head around her shoulder. I guess we're heading to the kitchen then, right? This is not what I was expecting our evening to turn into.
She
Like
go
I
ahead.
was just gonna add the end where it looks like the reason he like kind of ends there. Normally he can talk for ages. His eyes are like searching for the words, but he can't really seem to find the right ones in this situation. And now you may continue with what you were gonna say.
She's still
Please
slowly
don't die.
dying.
She's going to like blink a little bit to kind of like get herself out of her frozen state before she looks at both of them and nods a little bit. Right, yeah. We have to go find out what's going on. So, yeah, to the kitchen. Clearly, she's still kind of like this is very sudden, and she's still trying to kind of come to grasp with the news as it stands. So she's clearly just kind of going with the motions at the moment.
Um, would you want to stop and pick up those we just dropped off? Would that make you feel a little safer?
Uh, no, they've most likely probably might have already headed. Staying with you two is perfectly fine. I feel more safe with you two than I do with you two plus anyone else. I just. This was, I guess, really unexpected after everything that just happened, so I'm kind of having a little bit of trouble of wrapping my head around it all.
Mm-hmm. And he's going to start heading, but like staying beside her.
To the
Toby will
cafeteria.
yes. Toby will follow you guys as well. So kind of like he seems to be very like lost in thought right now about what happened. He's clearly like thinking about it. Something is happening in that little weird brain of his. Um
The first time ever they walk in silence.
yeah. Alice on autopilot, Jayden probably just not knowing what to say, right?
Jayden will make it worse.
Jayden's like, if I say a word, everything's gonna get worse. And Toby is deep in thought.
They're just holding hands and walking. Like this is fine.
This is fine.
Somebody didn't just die or anything. No.
And you all will notice, everybody else is here just because I'm taking into account like the Nat 1. I know that you're not going at Nat 1 speeds. But still. And you're one of the last few groups to show up. And at this point you kind of see that there's a few people that are concerned, and then there's some like who was actually close. Oh fuck. I had people that were actually close to know. I mean, I feel like the progression for it, Lucy slowly starts to look more and more upset as time goes on. And who else was close to? Oh, by the way, Kuroma's in there. He looks rather upset too. And we shall move on to...
Cool. I'm gonna BRB. I'm still listening to everything that's happening, so I'm not missing anything, but I just won't be able to talk.
Yep, we're gonna go ahead and move on so that you're free to do what you need to do, and we can continue. So now it is on to Valeri.
Okay.
This is the first, and I think possibly last time Valeri and Jayden's stuff is separated by somebody else.
I know, right?
Very weird. This whole entire session is very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Jayden, I need
I
you to
hope it
move
was
back
worth
here.
the wait, guys.
Nope.
That's really interesting.
Hello, Grudge. I know that she has a real name, but I cannot remember it right now. I feel so bad.
Don't worry,
Samara.
I can't remember either.
It's Samara.
I'm totally not brain dying as usual.
Take your time. I get to open yet another tab now.
Just slowly opening tabs every time someone's thinking of a fun fact.
Oh, you know, just how it is.
So, see, my character has more depth than just math.
Uh-huh.
And math adjacent.
The choker that Valeri usually wears, or the necklace thing that she usually wears, there's a hidden compartment that has a picture of her sibling, to show she still kind of cares, even though her fucking family used her. She does keep a pendant that has a picture of them. Also, don't mind the
So
coin fish I sent.
heartwarming. Oh, that's pretty. Okay. So Valerie's probably been chilling for a while. I did not get Valerie's time though.
She left
I know that
around the same time Felix did.
Felix did. Yeah, 9:15. That was what I needed to change because the thing ended at. No, was it 8? No, because yeah, it was 9:15. Oh god, I'm so bad with numbers. No, 8:15 was the right time because of what happened. He left after the show ended, and the show ended at 8. So Valeri left around 8:15.
Yeah.
So it's been about almost 2 hours, an hour and 45 minutes to be exact. 45 minutes, an hour and a half. What the hell? I cannot do math. No, it was an hour and why am I am maybe dumb tonight. Yeah, it's an hour and 45 minutes, and then the thing would go off. So what's Valerie up to? Chilling in her room?
Most likely she went back to her room and was probably sleeping. Probably had an alarm set to get up, but was rudely awakened by this. To watch over Felix's dorm again. She was trying to get more sleep.
Makes sense. Is it bad that I feel like the best and worst timing would be for the announcement to go off like 5 minutes before her alarm was supposed to go off?
Even or odd?
Odd. I just think that it's
Yep.
funny.
Okay. I rolled odd, so we're gonna have that happen.
Amazing. How is Valerie reacting to the body discovery announcement? Does she turn off her alarm?
No,
She
so
was off in
hang
the
on,
middle of
hang on. The noise goes off before the announcement, the ringing thing.
Yeah.
And she like wakes up, looks at the iPad thing, tablet, whatever the fuck it's called.
Your TV in your room, you say?
I don't know, the little thing that they carry around instead of phones.
Ah, yes, that
Yeah.
one. Okay, yes.
I assume there's an alarm on that.
Yeah, they're mono tablets or whatever.
Uh, looks at that,
Mono.
thinks that was the alarm, kind of like groans and was like, I thought I set that for 5 minutes more. Then hears like the TV flickers on. She's just like, why is technology killing me right now? Stares at the TV as they make the announcement. Her eyes kind of widen, and she's like, who the fuck was the moron that actually went along with this bullshit? And she gets up and she starts heading towards the door, and she's like, I swear to God, if Pim and Nav did not keep Felix safe, I'm killing them myself.
Wow.
Myself.
The immediate distrust in the two of them.
Myself, as she heads down to the kitchen.
As you walk out of the room, you just see Jefferson just hauling ass down the hallway.
Yeah, I was about to say, so if you do see Jefferson hauling ass, you also would see him almost fucking like clear Felix. Like Felix takes like one big step back just in time. Like you see the hair on his head literally like pick up with the wind from it. And he's like, you dick!
For my amusement as co-DM, roll a dex save for Felix.
I don't think this bitch has any dex additives, but I gotta check. The little boy might be slippery. The little boy is slightly slippery with a +1, that's a 16.
Okay, yeah, he's able to get back without falling or anything. Valerie's gonna kind of chuckle a bit and just go up to Felix. Let's get to the kitchen.
Glad he's not dead, but Jesus Christ.
I'm glad you're not dead.
He's gonna kill somebody going Mach 5.
I mean, maybe he already did.
I don't. His tone like almost immediately shifts when you say that, and he kind of like stares at the floor for a moment and shrugs.
She kind of nudges him a bit and just, I'm joking.
Little does he know.
For Felix, this is a very it's very turmoil heavy as he just kind of looks at Valeri and gives off a little like nod and a sigh. It's probably frustration. Let's just go see who's dead.
Yeah, she starts walking with Felix, but while she's walking, she ruffles his hair just a bit, but like for a split second, and just, I have a bad sense of humor.
First he makes like a little noise and bats at your hand real quick, and then looks back at you. It's just like, and gives another shrug. I know, and I also know that the nerd would not ever take someone's life here, because he's smarter than that, or at least he's supposed to be.
I mean, I think you're smarter than him, so.
Oh, really? Of course I am. I am in high school already. It took him this long to get here.
Bored he is, but when it comes to math, no.
That's fair. But you guys all join into the kitchen, and as you as the final few people wander in, some like rubbing their eyes, clearly like they had fallen asleep not too long ago. And they look irritated. And as you guys all start to like talk to each other or like mingle or look around,
Mingle when there's
Adrian
death.
and Alister, well, mostly Adrian, opens the door from the inside of the fridge to the outside, and Shion has to like move rather quickly because he like swings the door open. Actually, it would be much more fitting for Karoma to be there. Yeah, let's see. Oh, and I get to
Does
give them
Karoma get
disadvantage
fucking
because
hit?
I swapped them. So, ooh, okay. He got a nat 20 and a 10, so definitely not the worst thing ever. So, as the door to the freezer kind of swings open, you guys see Karoma, who has made the poor decision of sitting rather close to where the door will swing and hit people, and he like scoots over just a bit, like just as the door is moving, he thinking that he's out of the way, and it just straight up shoulder checks him and slams his shoulder into the metal behind him, and you guys all hear him audibly like curse.
Shit!
Before like Adrian kind of looks past the door that he just opened and glances at Alister, and he just gives a shit-eating grin and a soft chuckle. Dumbass. Anyway.
Really shouldn't
Welcome,
stand in front of
students.
doors like that.
You are right, Alister. But welcome, students. I see that somebody decided to participate in our little game, and I will say it was slightly unexpected, very interesting though. Now, we do have some new rules we do have to add, so I'm going to update your guys' monopads and start to send you some files.
In the
You
middle of
should
it,
get
the
them in
alarm
just a
starts
moment.
going off.
The 5-minute alarm. What's the sound of the alarm? Is it something that would be like embarrassing?
Oh.
Uh,
Amazing.
I can't remember what I said her favorite song was, but I knew it was something embarrassing. I feel like it would be
It would
that.
be Descendants.
Oh yeah, it would be that. So yes.
Oh Lord, what did this do? Oh no, it yeah, it copied everything.
Oh no.
Wee.
But Valeri starts tapping the monopad very quickly to get it to stop.
I can just imagine everyone's head slowly turning towards her.
Whereas Adrian's like snaps and looks directly at her when when it first goes off.
She looks at him as she's hitting the pad, and it finally stops, and she just, what? It was my alarm clock. Not my fault you put such stupid music on it.
Mm-hmm. And you didn't choose that one.
Nope.
Interesting, because that's definitely not the default.
That's definitely the default on mine.
Just
No.
shut up and read the rules. Like your alarm goes off and then you start to hear pings on everybody else's new file. These are your guys' new rules. I'm gonna just read them real quick for the audience, but for the most part, you guys are reading these in character. So we did have 7 rules before this, and now we have up to 13. So rule number 8, once a murder takes place, a class trial will begin shortly after. Participation is mandatory for all surviving students. 9. If the guilty party is exposed during a class trial, they alone will be executed. 10. If the guilty party is not exposed, they will graduate and all remaining students will be executed. 11. Lending your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. 12. The guilty party may only kill a maximum of 2 people during any single killing game. And 13. Attempting to break into locked rooms is strictly prohibited.
Yeah, Jefferson.
Listen,
None
I
of them
didn't
locked.
break into them. They were open. They were unlocked.
Does Valeri say that out loud, or was that out of character?
That was out of character.
Okay.
Did she even catch Jefferson breaking in?
Oh.
No, because he didn't even fuck with her
Yeah.
room. But
I went to.
he was called out at dinner for it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, she could say it. Alright, but as you guys read through the rules, he kind of gives you a moment to do so before looking around. He looks elated. Like, this is probably the happiest you've seen him, and it looks very genuine. And he proceeds to, oh my gosh, gesture behind him. Alright, so you guys will have a short time to look around for whatever evidence you wish to gather, and after a certain period, it's gonna just be up to how I feel. After a certain period, you all will be called to our trial room. There is a elevator outside, and we will lead you there after you are done with your investigation. And I recommend that you make haste, because I have been waiting a very long time, and the sooner that this trial ends is the sooner that all of you can go to bed. Me and Alister will be here to answer questions if you have any, and you should be getting those new files now in just a moment. The rules always are more important and will come first. I will say I'm sorry for the very poorly written first part of this, but I'm not even gonna lie. I made all of your guys' evidence about 10 minutes before when we were supposed to play last Sunday, and I never changed them. But all of you have the information that you see in the Monokuma file. It essentially is going to tell you the time of death, cause of death, whatever injuries they may have suffered, along with any other extra notes about them. So, I'm kind of tempted to let you guys do a little free-for-all, so that you're actually able to talk to everybody instead of having to, worry about initiative. So, we're allowed to break initiative, so you guys can start to ask questions and look around. You can talk to each other. This is your genuine time to start asking people, characters, questions, and rolling perception checks and investigation checks for any clues or anything like that. Okay. You now have free reign.
Initiative is gone. All hell breaks loose.
I'm very concerned about that happening, but I also know that we're very hesitant people and allow other people to go first.
Ha. Yes.
So, I'm trusting you guys to be orderly.
Everyone talk amongst each other now. Let's go.
This is what we've been planning. This is what we've been planning the whole time. We've tricked her successfully.
We've done it. We broke them all.
We've done it.
Go, 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 go.
Sky's
All
gonna
right,
be looking at the handbook. Yes, I'm taking control.
Yeah, Rose, shut the fuck up.
Going to be looking at the new rules and kind of look towards what are we calling the two
Your
leaders?
headmasters.
Our head. Oh, I don't like that term, but yeah, sure.
Headmaster.
Looks
You
at
don't
that.
like headmaster?
No, I don't like the term headmasters.
That's fair. Just what they use.
Head people. Um,
Give head, it's fine.
Wow.
I'm not giving head to those masters. Listen.
Not on purpose.
All I'm
Sorry.
saying, I'm not giving head to those masters. So
No, they're the masters of giving head. They don't
No.
give
That's what I
head.
was about to say.
I will be the judge of that. Um,
Guys, focus. There's been a murder.
no.
You gave us free room.
You
I
did.
did.
She's gonna look to the two headmasters and just say, "So, if I have this right, we will have the trial before we go to bed, and either we will all go to bed having killed someone, or we'll all be dead."
Or I'll
Well,
be going to bed forever.
well, I guess you could put it that way, but you guys are acting as the defense, prosecutioners, and jury and judge. Essentially, only me and Alister are the people that will overrule, but we have no say other than whoever loses gets the death penalty.
Oh,
Objection?
I want to know which of which of Galaxy's characters is saying the objection. The other headmaster or one of her NPCs.
Which court system are we using?
I'm sorry, but
This is a high school.
you're,
We're doing mock trial.
you were like, only we say
Round
objection, and I just was like,
Objection.
Alister just fucking heard him, just objection.
Also, he said prosecution and defense, so it's adversarial system.
Well, sort of. There is one person that does have to make sure that they don't come off as suspicious. They are trying to survive. At
Don't
least I
be
would hope. There
suspicious,
are a
don't
few
be
people that are just
suspicious.
boring. But they have to try to defend themselves. They don't necessarily, essentially, they're just trying to keep you from choosing them as the killer. You all will be voting for who you believe the Blackwolf is at the end of the trial. Majority vote will win, and everyone must vote. If they do not vote, a punishment will happen for you. Thank you, Alister.
Like when I go
Sus.
stab stab. I like it when the pink milk comes out.
How do we know the headmasters haven't killed someone? Because
They, at the beginning, they did mention that they're not allowed to kill people.
oh yeah, sure. I trust.
So,
I trust.
They're only allowed
well, I
to
mean,
kill
what else are you gonna do?
The ultimate
Revolt?
Uno reverse. They're the ones that them was just waiting to see who we decide is the one that actually did it. It's all wrong answers.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they do have cameras all over the campus specifically to know who dies
Yeah,
and who
but
did it.
it's
And
just the
property
funny thought
is
that
illegal.
they fucking murdered them and they're like, oh, well, we can't murder. It had to be one of you
We
guys.
could do it. It had
Yeah.
to be one of you. So then we're just all at each other's throats, and then everything's a wrong answer. So whoever we pick dies, and it's wrong, and then the rest of us die.
No, they're gonna do. It's gonna be like everything's wrong, but technically we get it always right. So whoever we kill is the right one, so they can just keep killing people to satisfy their dark edges.
Oh God.
No, it's
I mean-
everyone dies, but they decide that like if Felix was the right answer, so Felix lives, grows up, becomes a fucking psychopath since he watched a bunch of people get murdered as a group.
Literal.
This was the longest con ever. This was the true goal all along.
Joke's on you. We're making the world's greatest serial killer.
Anyways.
Yeah. But outside, like above the game. The way that the trials actually work for Danganronpa is it's a round robin type of thing. Essentially, all of you guys get to defend yourselves and point the fingers at anybody in the class. It's pretty much a court free for all. So that would probably be the best way to describe it. I do recommend. I will send a trial to chat. I'll try to find the shortest one. It doesn't mean it's going to be the best, but I'll try to find the shortest one so that you guys can get an understanding of it.
Hi, baby.
For the
One of
people
us
that
has main character energy. Who's making the final decision?
Here, I'll put it into simpler terms. The cartoon Alice in Wonderland, when she's in front of the Red Queen on court, and they start blaming each other. Not me, not me. It was the hair. That's that.
Simpler terms, Among Us.
That too.
Yeah, but this came way before Among Us, so
Yeah, but simple.
But you're
Yeah.
not technically wrong.
yeah.
All right.
Mm.
Jefferson's gonna look out and be like, "All right, whoever wasn't at the event thing, raise your hand."
Somebody who I want to give. Someone's gonna give you some fucking lip. Hold on.
An NPC
Yeah.
will give you lip. I just must decide which one of my NPCs will
Yeah.
give you lip.
I do
What
have
type of lip?
people that haven't been able to be sassy enough. So,
Makes sense.
I mean, I agree with the giving lip just because of the fact of like somebody who doesn't want to get found out in this, aka the person who was a murderer, can just not raise their hand.
yeah. It's okay. This is literally like one of the characters in the actual thing. They're like, whoever did it, everybody close their eyes. Whoever did it, raise their hand. Legitimately something that happened in the game. But Chio kind of looks at you with now dark and very irritated eyes. Really? You were just there not even 20 minutes ago and you can't even remember who all was there? We're in a killing game.
Nope.
Alice is going to like
You're
I'm
very
going
lucky
to need
this
to roll
wasn't me.
something for this, but Alice is going to kind of like for once in her life actually speak up while other people are talking.
All right.
I mean, I was at the drinks table the whole time. I know who was and wasn't there. At least I think I do. You know, because literally all she did the entire time was sit and watch the people that were there.
And since you made that clear when the party was going on as well, because I do remember you saying like she's just watching, she's just people watching essentially.
It's just people watching.
Go ahead and roll a history check with advantage.
Cool.
Out of game, I already know who wasn't there.
I know, but
Yeah,
still,
but Jefferson doesn't because he's dumb.
I mean, I sort of know.
Exactly.
it's a good recap.
I mean,
It's
sort of know.
it's the problem with me knowing and my character not.
Yeah.
That's what's
Sky.
getting me right now.
Cool.
Yes.
That's a natural 20.
Hell yeah.
She knows.
Okay. So Sky, whenever you have to tap out, let us know. I'm not going to continue doing searches or trials without you. This is a group thing from here until the end of the chapter, essentially. So our sessions are going to probably get short.
I can stay up a little bit longer tonight, because I don't have work tomorrow.
Mhm.
So this one can be a little longer.
Psst,
Okay.
Sky, don't lay down on your bed or you'll pass out.
My bed's right there also.
No, no.
Stay in the desk chair, please. I know it's uncomfy, but it works. Every time you lay on that couch, you fall asleep in the middle of the session after being like, "Oh no, I'm still good for a little while."
Yeah.
You
Plus,
do it
I
every
just
time.
want you,
You don't know
like, when
me.
you do start to get sleepy, when you do start to get sleepy or you're about to conk out, genuinely just say something and we will end the session pretty much. Like, I'll wrap up whatever's happening and we'll end the session there.
Oh yeah.
I know you
Okay.
well enough to say I do know you enough.
No.
All right. But we'll continue onwards. You got a 20. All right. So, you do know who was there. You also have a general idea of what time they left around. Just, due to not really doing much else.
People watching.
Do you actually have these in your notes? Would you like to share them in character, or would you like a refresher on who was there and not?
I need to put them in my notes, so I would like a refresher. I put down like a few, like I knew that Karoma and Rudy and some of the others weren't there at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I put down that like Felix and them left a little bit later. I didn't put down exact things.
Okay.
Weren't.
So Pim and Felix left at 8:15. And Noya left around 8 o'clock. And the people that were not there at all, whereas if you need me to slow down, let me know.
Mhm.
Ayaka, Karoma, Rudy, Lola, and Yuki.
Okay, cool. That was what I thought. I didn't know specifically about Lola. I remembered we discussed Ayaka, and I figured that Yuki, Karoma. I knew that Karoma and Rudy weren't there, and I figured Yuki wasn't either. Because
I
we
love that
never
you
get to
just
see the butcher girl.
Okay. I don't know if you missed a lot. We were just going over the who was there and who wasn't there and what times. All right. And then I heard someone else trying to poke in. Are you going to share that information with everyone else?
She's going to say it out. I'm not going to say it for the party because it's been recapped twice now. If you didn't write it down, too bad.
Yep.
And it was also said in
Last session.
whatever. Yeah, I was about to say whenever a party happened.
Yeah,
So
I was
last
just
session.
meaning specifically towards like people who maybe weren't paying attention or weren't around at the time because I know Sky wasn't there.
Yeah. Okay. So all of you have this knowledge now. So Jefferson, your question has been answered.
Perfect.
All of you had the potential to have this knowledge, so have fun with that.
Yes, you all had the potential to write it down yourself. Who was dead?
No, yeah.
Noya.
No, yeah.
No, yeah.
All
But
right.
only some people know that so far.
Well, I mean, with the perception check higher than a 5, all of you could know.
All right.
Yeah.
Also,
Oh, okay.
yeah, it
I
was
didn't know
sent.
that it was sent to the thing.
It
Then
was
yeah,
sent to the
everyone knows.
monopad thing.
I knew that only some people had like gone in there and been able to look, so that was the only reason that I said that. I didn't know that it had also like been sent to the pad and everything. I knew that rules had been updated and some other stuff surrounding it had been. I just didn't put 2 and 2 together.
But I'm gonna be
You're all
the
good.
asshole this time. You can also rewatch it on YouTube.
Yes. Exactly. Our last session is on YouTube as well. I think I also recapped the people that were missing there like 3 times in that episode too.
Yes.
So,
I also have a quick DM question. Does Felix still
yeah.
have Hay with him?
Hiei. Would have Hiei followed Pim and Felix out?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
They,
he followed them.
we did the whole thing last time where
Yeah.
it followed them.
He followed them back to the room.
We were supposed to go get Hiei later, and then we just made it to the room and didn't exactly get the chance.
I mean, if Hiei would follow Pim and Felix out of the room and to the kitchen, then yes, Hiei would be there. I don't think Felix is actively concerned about the dog following him when somebody is dead.
I mean, I'm assuming the dog would be like, hey, he's in need of emotional support. Time to
Yeah,
follow.
he is an emotional support animal, so yeah, he'd be following.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, I had a texture problem, so I'm quickly changing jackets.
Mood.
Alright. Jefferson's gonna look out in the crowd and say, alright. Gonna point at Ayaka and say, where were you?
What is this even gonna do?
She kind of looks up at him, and she's one of the people that looks tired, and she's just like, Jefferson, I spent some time with Rudy, and Karoma saw me go and get dinner. After that, I
Rudy, can you
spent
back
most
that
of
up?
my time in my room. And Rudy, the moment that he hears his name, kind of like perks up and looks directly at you, very alert, very aware, looks very like deer in headlights almost, very tense. And yeah, me and Ayaka did spend some time together, and we both got food. And Kuroma can verify that we got dinner around, like, if I remember the time correctly, it's like 7:15. But let me check.
Let me check. He
7
pulls out my monopad.
7:45. It was around 7:45 that we went and got dinner.
Alright.
Imagine if your monopad fucking tracked all of your movements and just let me check the
Has a
time.
step
Hang on.
counter and everything.
Let me
All
check
right.
the time.
Literally quickest into a trial ever. Look at everyone's pad, find out who was in this specific spot at any
Yeah.
given point, and then go from there.
That's the same reason why I didn't allow you guys to have a texting service on there. Too
Yeah.
easy. We've read receipts and all of the things that you can get on a phone.
Alright, the speed
It was
run through
really
this.
easy to kill people when all that didn't exist.
Alright,
Lol, just killed someone, LOL, leaves.
just to speed run through this, he's just gonna point at Rudy, Karoma, Lola, and Yuki and say, where were you for?
You could just not go one by one. Rudy just explained an estimate of where he was, not anything further from that,
And
but
two of
in
them just
relation to
mentioned
the
Kuroma.
previous question you just asked.
Yeah.
I
So
need a
Kuroma,
summary so I can write down.
yeah. Kuroma kind of like looks up next, still rubbing his shoulder where he got where it got pretty much pinched between two giant metal walls. I was cleaning the kitchen because I burnt a rag in the stove and it took forever to clean up. And then I managed to break something and hurt myself. Surprise, surprise.
What time was that?
Well, I mean, I was pretty much in there until, what, 9? Not 9. Hold on. I don't know times. Let me look at this.
No.
Because it was
Here we
around
go
10
again.
o'clock that you came in. Brain beam.
Mm,
Around 9:45, I left the kitchen and went to my room to start cleaning myself up and bandaging myself up. And then I just was in there until now. Wait, no, I'm still stupid about time. He did leave early. I don't have his actual thing written in there because I wasn't expecting anybody to go grab someone from the kitchen, but that's on me. Yeah, since I don't know, you know what? Fuck it. I don't know. I don't really know what time I left, but I was pretty much in the kitchen the whole time, and then I went to go fix myself up. But clearly, Aki, Aki came in here when I wasn't in here, and so did Shion.
All right. Lola and Yuki next.
Yeah.
Well, we were in my room. I didn't want to be around all the loud noise and stuff since I have a concussion.
And I didn't want to leave her by herself because, well, I didn't want her to be left out from all the festivities. And I don't like loud and a lot of people. So that's why I didn't go.
Were you guys together until until coming here?
Yeah,
Um,
we've just been hanging out in my room, talking and stuff. Maybe
getting
playing with the Ouija board, but that's beside the point.
lost in conversations with some new friends.
Oh, okay. I guess that removes the obvious suspicion of there being a butcher knife found.
She actually, I don't know if you have that information.
Actually,
I thought the details of what was found was disclosed.
no.
No, the
Okay.
Monokuma file is what you guys have.
That doesn't
The
tell me what's in it.
you can't look at the pictures, can you?
Not currently at the moment. I'm sorry.
Okay, it's okay. It's all right. That's why there was a miscommunication. So essentially, in the Monokuma file, there are two sides to it. The first one is going to be just like their generic, like pretty much like their regular picture, and then height, weight, chest, blood type, and birthday. And then on the second page is where you get all of your details. There's a picture of the crime scene with the body, and there is an outline of the character with pink highlighting where specific killing blows would be. If there are multiple or if there's just one, there's going to be a pink mark in that general area. And then the information that you can find on this page is going to be your time of death, cause of death, injuries that you suffered, along with any notes. So the time of death is unknown. The cause of death is blood loss. The injuries suffered is pierced through the neck, and there are bruises on the outsides of the arms. So essentially under his jacket.
This is a free-for-all, like, investigation thing.
Yes.
I need to look at my sheet real quick.
Okay, so final clarification: the picture showing like the body and everything, like showing the crime scene, like you said, it doesn't show the butcher knife. Yes.
Just because of the way that I drew it, the butcher knife is not in the picture.
Okay, cool. That works.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's pretty much from like the shins upwards is what is in the picture for the Monokuma file. Hello?
Hello?
Deku
I think
Deck.
someone
Deku just
died.
died.
I don't know where I put down my fucking dice. How did I lose my dice?
I feel that.
But I was gonna say I want Jayden to actually go in to look at the body when we
Okay.
get to my turn or when we have free minute.
Go ahead and roll. They just talked about their alibi. I just answered the question. By the way, I know that you died somewhere in there, so I'm just going to repeat myself. I did draw it from the shin upwards, so the bottom part of that isn't in there. And, God, what else did I literally just say?
Okay,
It doesn't
cool.
matter.
Quick note: headphone warning. I'm standing by a bunch of moving cars. You've been warned.
All right.
Thank you for the warning. I appreciate it. By the way, when you go into the freezer, you also see Nav and Pim. Pim, like, a few steps back, and Nav is obviously examining the body.
I'm
Okay.
assuming that Alice would probably go with him unless Toby doesn't want to.
Jayden definitely is. You wanted me to roll for something. I grabbed new dice because I don't know where the fuck mine are.
No problem. It's gonna be
So I need to know what I'm rolling.
what exactly are you looking for at Vibes?
Well, I wanted to investigate the body.
Okay.
I kind of want to work with Nav on that
All right.
because Jayden has some medical history, apparently.
All right. So with that, either you can get advantage, Nav can get advantage, or we can both roll.
I will take the advantage.
Okay, I was about to say it's an investigation check.
Okay. The reason I said that is because I already rolled twice, and the second was a nat 20. So my
Okay.
investigation is +2, but I have a +3 in medicine, like medical.
Yeah, well, that means that you're gonna get more medical knowledge than like specific things that you find on the body. So, if that's what you're okay with, then we can go ahead and use the medical.
Let me think on this for a second here. By I think, I mean I'm rolling.
While you're thinking, I almost got rolled over by a giant truck.
Please don't do that.
No.
We're gonna go ahead and keep it with investigation.
Okay. Wait, sorry, say that one more time. I said yes, and then I realized I didn't process what you said. I heard you, but
I
it
said
just
we're gonna
didn't
keep
say.
it with investigation.
Investigation instead. Okay. So, with your 22,
22.
I think it is.
Yep.
22. You are able to see that from the position that the knife is in, it is clear that Noya was holding the knife when this happened.
Mhm.
Other than that, if you check the pockets, he pretty much just has a bunch of fucking hairpins in there, along with crumpled little papers. Nothing that's really noteworthy. And what was I gonna say? There was one more thing. If you move the jacket at all to check any other pockets, Jayden would notice that there are bruises that look like they were starting to form before the cold began to set in. Pretty much they look about the size of I don't have a ruler, so I can't give you something approximate right now. Let me think. Pretty much like surrounding the arm, it's about the length of a pencil. And then it's a little, and then, oh my gosh. Brain. So wrapping around the arm, it's about the length of a pencil. And then for the actual, like, height of it, it's about half of a pencil. And by that, I mean a mechanical pencil, just in case anybody wanted to say, but pencils can be sharpened. I took a standard one. One that you can't sharpen.
Jayden's gonna look over at Nav and have you been able to tell when rigor mortis started setting in about to estimate the time of death?
Well, rigor mortis normally sets in about 2 hours, but since, he's in a freezer, it could set in a little bit prematurely, but it hasn't set in yet. The body is still limp. Look, and she's going to like gently take one of his hands that's very limply like by his side and pick it up. And you see that the body moves with little to no resistance for the most part, so that means it's still within that 2 hour period.
That's
Jayden-
really recent.
Jayden's gonna nod, and I'm gonna be very weird. He's gonna like start carefully removing the clothing that he can, to get a better look at the bruises and stuff.
Uh Nav would probably help with that. Um so I'm still gonna go ahead and go with that 23 because you're doing an investigation still. Pretty much, as you take a closer look at the bruises, you can tell that it looks like someone might have gripped his arms very tightly. It looks almost like people like someone dug their fingers into his skin.
Again, he's gonna look over at Nav and just, are you thinking what I'm thinking with this?
If you're thinking about measuring the palm size to what's on his uh arms, it's not going to line up properly due to blood circulation being lost. So
No,
the bruising.
no.
Oh,
And he like motions towards where the knife was. It's clear he was holding this. Whoever did this wasn't intending for it.
well, I mean, accidents can happen, especially in a situation involving a knife.
Mm-hmm. Noya seems so sweet. I can't believe he'd actually try to.
He was having a difficult time, um, during and after our motive reveals. Maybe it got to him.
Possibly.
And then behind you guys, you kind of like hear, like you see a large cloud of breath in the cold air, because you are all standing in a freezer.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
you see someone like just vigorously rubbing their arms. So it was an accident, and there are bruises. Is there anything else we have to look at? It's freezing in here. And it's Pim,
Yeah, I
and Nav just
figured.
kind of gives him a little look.
I
But go
figured.
ahead and say whatever you'd
Jayden
like.
kind of. I was gonna say Jayden looks over at Pim and just, if you need to step outside, that's fine. I'll. I'm gonna look around just a little bit more. Um, to see what else I can find. But if you two need to take a moment and then come back in when you're warmer, that's fine. Probably suggest it.
Nav just kind of shrugs. She's wearing sweatpants and a hoodie. The hood's already pulled up and like pulled tight, drawstring style. And she kind of like shrugs. This is my normal work environment, a very cold place, dead people. Not necessarily on the wall.
Uh,
So,
Now a question for you.
above game, yeah.
The I know how meat hooks are normally. But clearly there has to be a way you can take them off. Is
Yes, there are.
Jayden able to like get the meat hook so he can lay down or like get him down carefully?
Before that, Jefferson's gonna ask, how far off the ground is he?
I will say the fridge and the freezer are probably propped open so that communication from in the freezer can happen.
Yeah.
Alister and Adrian are standing off to the side right now. They're probably actually the ones holding the door until somebody finds a doorstop, which they probably told Fleur to go find because she's a safety freak.
And Jefferson doesn't want to look at the body because he's squeamish with blood.
How? Ooh, what is the standard height for meat hooks? Sorry. Google is getting some really weird questions today.
Sorry, Google.
I don't want coat hooks. I meant meat hooks, bitch.
Yucks.
Honestly, because
Okay,
of
they're giving me guys.
because of how like things would have went down, it wouldn't be that far off the ground.
Yeah, that's what I was about to
it
say.
would've
If it was truly an accident, if at all, he wouldn't be much than maybe a centimeter off the ground.
Like it would
He's
probably
on
be
the meat hook.
Yeah, that doesn't mean the meat hooks have to be that high because they have other hanging meat on it. We have to that the kids use to cook food.
Yeah.
So
They are heights that high schoolers can like reach
and
because
Octavia's a short shit. So
picking
they're
someone up and putting them on a meat hook is not an accident. Pushing someone into a meat hook as it pierces through their throat, that is an accident, which would result in him not really being off the ground.
4 inches.
4 inches.
4 inches.
I tried to
4
help.
inches.
What kind of retracting meat hook is this?
Do what?
I'm running purely off of the assumption that this is intending to look as though, like, from what they've been saying, it looks like an accident.
What I'm going off of.
Picking somebody up and putting them on a meat hook is not an accident. Pushing
That's what I'm going off of.
They stumble into a meat hook doesn't cause them to get lifted off the ground because the meat hook is just going to pierce wherever it is.
I'm going off the assumption this isn't an accident.
4 inches is still my answer.
Would I know how much force it would take lift someone up and put them on there 4 inches above the ground?
You're probably the only person that could figure that out, but also I don't know if you actually know the formula to figure it out. So I'm not going to look up how much force it takes to essentially pierce someone with a fish hook in the neck. It's already really hard to find a lot of the information I'm trying to find. So I'm not answering that one. It's not going to be 100%.
It's not a lot.
Yeah, it's not going to be like 100% perfect or on point, mind you. But the 4 inches is intentional. That one is thought out.
Well,
but
you're welcome.
Most of the weight does the work when it comes to a meat hook. Most of the time, it's just putting it up there and applying a small bit of force, and the weight of the object does the rest of the work. Because the end of the meat hook is sharp enough for meat to mostly just slip through. Most meats that would be hooked up there would also be a bit thicker and denser than the meat of the average human neck, especially the middle. Because the only real thing stopping a hook like that would be the bone, which is just segments and is easy to get through.
Yeah, to be perfectly honest, I wasn't sure if you would have like in real life, if you found someone pinned to a meat hook by their neck, I don't know if they would actually stay together in one piece. Their head might separate from their body. Do I want to do all of the research for that, if there is any that I'm allowed to do? No, not really.
Most of the time, serial killers, when they hook people onto like meat hooks like that, they usually go for the middle of the back.
Yeah, because that's gonna
No.
be the densest part of the body. So
Yeah.
I have a good feeling that I might have drawn this wrong, but this isn't supposed to be perfectly accurate either. This is based on an anime with some
I'm
wild.
going to say it works. We're going to go with the argument that it works.
Yeah.
I
no,
just
it's
need
good.
I just need a suspense of disbelief to a degree.
Yeah.
I have not
Well,
ever killed
I'm
someone.
I'm
Alright.
going
Right?
to give you a benefit of the doubt. Since it is cold, all of the muscles would tense, which would make it a lot harder for it to rip the neck.
Yeah.
Ergo, just hanging a little bit off, like off of the ground, wouldn't be enough to thus rip the head off. If it wasn't in a
Alright.
freezer, then yes, it would
Who-
absolutely like rip
Okay.
in half.
We
I
now got to figure out who would have the precision to slip the hook in between the plates.
Okay, well, first, Jayden, did you want to try to take him down? Or did you want to take it by the hook?
I was gonna take it by the hook down.
Okay.
Go dangle it in front of
Um,
everyone like the prop skeletons.
Hey guys, look what I caught on my hook! The biggest catch this week.
Don't tempt me, guys. Stop it.
then,
Jaden's
okay.
not like that, but I know other characters that I have would fucking do that shit trying to make a joke.
I wonder which
So-
type of catfish I'll get with this.
As you go to take it down, I'm doing something real quick. Okay. You have an investigation check, but you're focused on the body. So is Nava. Da, da, da. Okay. A soft voice will come through. Uh, do you need help taking that down properly? I can help. It is my, well, not with people, but it is my ultimate the butchering. It's not person. Don't no people. Uh, meat hook takedown. Yeah.
I'm sorry, that was so cute. Jaden's gonna kinda like look over his shoulder and smile a bit and go, "Yeah, I could use your expertise here, Yuki. Thanks for
Okay.
offering."
She's shaking like a leaf, but it's clearly not because of the cold. And she walks over, and with pretty much next to no problems, she's able to get the hook and the body down. She does like use her, I don't know how to properly dismount a meat hook. She dismounts the meat hook properly and swiftly, very well executed, and she very gently sets Noya's body on the floor. And when she comes in and she, like, after putting him down, she looks in the like pool of blood. T- Terrence? Where have you been? And she kind of like leans down and pokes at part of the knife where there isn't any blood.
Okay.
Uh,
Ah,
Jaden like watches her for a moment, uh, and then looks over at Nav and just, um, perhaps you can do your examination skills better this way, or one of you two, and like looks over at Pim because at this point he wasn't sure which one it was that like dealt with dead bodies, like examining them and stuff.
Nav gives a soft little nod, and Pim like glances to the body, to Nav, and then back to Jayden, and shrugs a little bit. Oh, me? I just burn them. I'm used to heat. She's used to cold.
Right.
Okay.
And he's in like you can hear him like take like the big warming breath that everyone takes when they're cold, even if they don't want to.
You go stand outside. You really need to warm up.
I'm not leaving Nav. Nav just kind of glances to Pim and gives like a very obviously oh Pim type of like eye roll. I don't know how else to say it. It's not bad. I'm I don't know what word to describe it as pretty much you're just kind of used to this, but and it's still kind of silly. Before looking at Jayden, ew, we won't take too much longer. They already told us the cause of death, and we can approximate that the uh, time of death was within the last 2 hours, so from 8 to 10. So partly during the party and when people were leaving. So it opens up when people would be available and who's all gonna be there. Um but that means that he hasn't been sitting in here all night either.
Alice is gonna kind of like still like stand outside of the freezer because she doesn't necessarily want to look at the body, but she wants to kind of partly be involved, especially since Jaden's over here. Um, but hearing that, she's going to like her soft voice is going to come from like behind the freezer door. Uh, around 8 to 10, you said?
Approximately, yes.
I I obviously can't say to specifics. That does kind of clear some of the people, but isn't that around the time that Karoma said he was in here?
It's also
Yeah.
it was also rather close to when Rudy and um Ayaka was in here as well, so they didn't see Noya though. So it had to happen. Yeah, I mean, if you're coming in here to cook dinner, you have to think about how long that takes as well.
Well,
Mm,
Karoma.
I'm not saying that
It,
it's specifically him or anything, just trying to, I guess, put everything together as my way of dealing with, you know.
Everyone's innocent until proven guilty, but it currently is a good guess.
That, I suppose, narrows it down a little bit,
who
sort of.
all has an alibi where they were?
You asking
The
this in
times
or
of
out of character?
I mean in character. He's gonna be asking who has an alibi between the times of 8 o'clock and
I mean, technically, everyone who said something, they all gave an alibi that may or may not have included that time in and around. It those that have an alibi that exclude the kitchen is a different story.
I'm and I mean, you do still have to consider that this was after a good amount of people had left as well. Sorry, I was double checking something because of the way that I wrote that. Yeah.
Hmm.
Not everyone is off the table. Not everyone left really late either, so
That is true, I guess.
I mean, I know that Fleur started to clean up around not too long after the show ended. I don't know if she really stuck around afterwards.
Aha. I guess to narrow down times a little bit, I did notice that Noya left at exactly 8-ish, I think. I couldn't obviously look at a clock or anything, but I'm pretty sure. I kept glancing every now and then. So it would have
Um,
been within that 2-hour mark, like you said, but it would have at least taken him a bit of time to get here, which could have narrowed the time down a little bit.
I mean, maybe talk to some of the people that were in the crowd. Anybody close to Noya might have caught something. The victim is just as important as whoever killed him. There might be a lot more, what's the word? Piece. We'll go with pieces of the puzzle here. Because why we understand that Noya had a motive, but how long do you think he had the knife? Did he come in here and grab it? Did he already have it? As she asks that question, Yuki kind of perks up. I can tell you that Terrence wasn't in the kitchen. I came in here to try to find him. So I don't really think he could have got the knife from here. Uh, um, aren't we all supposed to get weapons in our room? Wasn't that something that was said?
I took everyone's weapons out of their rooms.
Uh, everyone?
Everyone's. I went to every room, their weapons out.
No, you didn't.
Except for you, I
And
let
a
you
few
keep yours.
others, including
Only one.
Felix.
I knew what Felix's was. I already knew what his was. I already knew what yours was. I didn't go in Ashton's room because I didn't fucking feel like going in his weird room.
Out of like the side, you hear a very like annoyed and irritated voice. I also know that you did not take mine. I still have mine. It was a pretty sick dagger, and it was loose. It's Lucy.
Oh.
You also didn't get mine because, frankly, you kind of just opened the door and that was scary.
Oh, maybe Terrence was in someone's room, and Noya got to him first.
There were a couple of rooms that, when I searched through them, the weapons weren't there.
Um,
V, can you give me the list of the people that
those are in the notes. You can find it.
Come on, man, you have to take notes.
Oh, V gave me the notes. I just forgot where they were.
they're in the notes.
Jesus Christ.
Where in the notes?
They're in the notes.
Look for
The
them.
notes.
Do your own work. This was your thing.
But as you try to recall that, Lucy's gonna like continue a little bit. Well, if he did get it from somebody's room, I don't exactly know how long ago, but I did see him with something rather shiny and reflective when he was leaving. It caught the light of the stage. I didn't know what it was. I thought it was one of his accessories. I I I just didn't realize that it was a knife. So that's cool.
Hmm.
Sky, are you still with us?
I am.
Okay.
I'm not on the bed yet, so that's
Okay, there
a
we go.
bonus.
I was gonna say, are you sitting in the desk chair?
Yes.
Valerie's gonna look at
Okay.
Lucy for a moment before she crosses her arms and just why would he have had the knife there? He might have taken it from somewhere there. And then she's going to like glance towards Fleur and then over at Octavia and then finally at Shion. Just did you guys have anything sharp out there for some reason?
As the question is thrown out, Fleur uh Fleur starts to speak, and okay, you guys have everything good. And right as she goes to answer you, Adrian gives a like he whistles really loudly and claps his hands. All right, you know what? I feel like this has been a time well spent. Good hour or so just looking at everything, talking things over. Why don't we go ahead and head out to the gazebo?
Huh.
Or your trial can begin.
I'm sorry, Minecraft still
Excuse
gay.
you? Motherfucker? Why do you cut me off out of everyone? What is your beef with me?
Because I hate you.
Because I hate you. Simple as that.
You know what? Fair enough. Fine.
I feel like it's a two-way street anyway. And he kind of like shrugs a little bit, and if would Alister like to say anything sassy before disappearing into the wall?
No, just a signature giggle. For the fact that my stepdad's home and I don't want to cause issues.
That's fair. All right.
Hey, we're making great time. 2 hours in.
It's because we have to.
Why do you always say that? You always say that, and then something always happens. Say it after.
So pretty much they disappear and move through the walls. If anybody moves fast enough, they might actually catch them like booking it to the gazebo because there aren't any fake passages underground. Um, but you guys now have some time without them.
Jefferson's gonna ask Yuki, why did he have... Okay, first off, how are you familiar with that knife?
It's mine.
And why did he have it?
I don't know. I've been looking for him since I got here. And
Huh.
I don't know. I never found him. Um I'm just glad to have him back, although I really hope he didn't cause anybody any harm. Um
Why is the knife special to you?
oh, I got it for my birthday from my grandfather. He was the one who taught me how to butcher stuff. I just realized that was a really weird place to stop. Butcher stuff. Butcher stuff. Ah! And she kind of like covers her face. I'm gonna come back and get Terrence. We should go. Bye. Bye. Ah! And she just starts walking very quickly out. A few others are like leaving, but Yuki's probably the fastest person right now. So, any conversations? Should I? Because I will say that Fleur is heading out because rules lawyer, safety, told to do this.
Safety.
Um,
Safety.
I was going to ask if I could ask. I was just going to let them talk. And I wanted to ask if I wanted to go up to Chroma and see if he was okay.
Since you
Specifically
haven't
from
been
the
able.
part specifically from the part when he said he hurt himself, and I'm like, oh no. But also for the fact that he's trying to ignore a lot of stuff.
Yeah. So like as you two are walking, and I'm guessing you poke in to ask him if he's okay. I definitely could be better. I mean, this is he kind of like gestures to his whole arm since it got slammed in the door. I it's just par for the course. I I don't know what happened.
Um, Not only that, earlier when Jefferson was asking alibis, you said you got hurt.
Well, yeah, I managed to cut myself on the edge of the stove. It sounds ridiculous, but I do have my luck. So,
That sounds like you.
yeah. He kind of like looks at his hands and his arms and stuff, and he's just like, this has to stop happening. Uh, Aki, what if he died because of me? I was gone. Maybe he was looking for somebody safe, and I wasn't there.
I'm not sure, really. I don't wanna.
Would-
I don't wanna think about it, but at the same time, we have to do this, and I'm not feeling well.
Yeah. Uh, I have a good feeling I'm probably about to get hounded.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I think there was like a knife in there because it was not a good.
Where is this conversation happening?
They're walking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like whispering as they go ahead. Aki was like the only person who didn't get to do any investigating, so.
Honestly, I feel like it would have been more because of shock, and he's just literally standing and like.
Yeah, I had a feeling that you were doing something very like direct for your character.
Yeah, I was going to have him like probably over
Done.
somewhere else.
Yeah. I
He's
what?
nothing.
Ah, but this'll all be over soon.
I hope so.
I
I
want it to
he
be
did,
over.
I hope so. Honestly, he didn't deserve that.
He didn't.
One
But
reason I do think you are gonna get pounded on because there was a butcher knife in there. I don't.
and I I said I got hurt.
And you were the last person, other than I think Ayaka and Rudy, to be in the kitchen.
That we have confirmed. People don't
And
need to speak up.
yeah,
Let's go get
This
this
is-
over with.
This is the biggest red herring I've ever seen.
I don't.
What?
I don't like.
This is the biggest red herring I've ever seen.
Damn
Do you understand the statement of
Yeah,
it being a red
yes.
herring? Okay.
I realized it after you said it. But would it be all right if we go ahead and move towards the gazebo and everything?
Yeah,
All right. I'm sorry
Yep.
it was short.
you're fine.
Um,
I got what I wanted.
Good. So does anybody else want to say anything on their way to the trial?
No, Alice is just gonna kind of hold on to Toby's arm for comfort, but not really say much of anything.
Gives you head pats at some point. Yes. And not complaining whatsoever. Sky, did you want to do anything?
No.
Okay.
So she's just vibing next to Ashton and Harper, and probably consoling Harper because I'm probably distressed.
I've already got a theory of what went down.
All right.
How do you do?
But as you guys head down towards the gazebo, you all would notice that the gazebo looks just a little bit different. The So as you guys move closer, you would notice that in the middle of the gazebo there is now a statue of the two brothers. In some like magnificently evil pose. I did not exactly plan this, but they are definitely like evil, menacing. Whatever the the pose is. I'll have to draw it.
Big ego
After
much?
all of the other things I need to what?
Jefferson's just gonna say, big egos much?
And they are standing in front of the statue.
Yeah, Jefferson doesn't care. He's just gonna say, big egos much?
I mean, it's better than you. You currently have nothing than a dead friend. Anyways, into the statue you all go. So what did you wait? Anything?
No,
Okay.
you just heard me like do a little laugh, I guess, because into the
He gestures to the statue, and with the motion, the whole entire ground starts to like rumble a bit, and you guys hear the statue scratching upon what I should have said this to all of the people that were performing. The floor's not wood, it's painted to look like wood, but it's metal. So you hear stone scratching upon metal as the statue kind of slowly rolls off, and this hole in the floor opens up, and there is and out of the ground rises an elevator shaft, like like doors for an elevator.
I swear if there's a giant monster down there ready to eat us, I'm going to flip my shit.
You don't really have a choice. You don't
I
know
know
what's
that.
in the trial room. It could have anything in there. Hurry up and get in. It's getting late. I don't want to be here anymore. Actually, I'm just
I hope
excited for the end of the trial. More
I hope
despair.
someone gets that reference. It's an obscure reference, but a fun one.
Can you repeat what you said?
I said, there better not be a monster under here ready to eat us. It's
I
a
have a
very
good feeling.
What do you think it is?
Well, there's a few things that it could be referring to, but you said that it was obscure, so I don't really think that it's the things that immediately come to mind, but I definitely have a good feeling that if I have some time to think about it, I could figure it out. So I
You
don't
would most
know
like
specifically
out of
about it.
everyone here, you most likely know.
Well, the first thing that I thought of was the movie Barbarian. I don't
No.
really want to go into it because it's also a
Yeah, no.
spoiler.
No.
Yeah.
Um,
And then the other was like a different classic movie, but I haven't seen it, so I don't actually know if I'm right. So
It's
I
not
think
from a movie.
okay, then I don't know.
But anyway,
Great.
let's move on.
Yeah.
Do you have a picture for the
Did you
courtroom?
hold on? I'm just gonna pull my favorite Danganronpa one.
While you do that,
Which one is it?
Huh?
Which one is it?
Probably the third one, but I want to look through all of them.
Fair enough.
Well-
The third ones are pretty nice.
while you pull it up, it is Statue of Liberty from
Monument Mythos.
Yep.
I think I have everyone's fucking character sheet on here now.
Yeah, I
Or
was
not
thinking of the
character
Statue of
sheet,
Liberty
but
from the
picture.
Monument Mythos.
Yeah, I was about to say, with enough time, I definitely could have figured it out. It's just I don't have the brain power to divert to specific.
Yep. But that's the reference I was making.
Nice.
Like I said, obscure and only probably you would get.
Man, I think that it would be really cool to do like the split debates, but there's no way in hell I'm gonna be able to figure that shit out.
Uh,
At least not yet. Sorry, I might hit you guys with random later
God,
on.
no. Oh, God.
Anyway, Jin Love, how are you liking the session?
No.
Damn.
Wisely
I just
said.
I
realized
don't think Jin loves you.
I can send the picture. I can send Noya's picture.
Oh, yeah. He's...
Happy Death Day, Noya. You get to show off your prom fit to the world.
Oh, what the
Woo!
Happy birthday.
fuck? Happy birthday. You're a bit dead, but here. Show off your pronoun.
Happy Death Day! Woo! Oh, that actually looks really nice.
I like
Thank
how
you.
it's a really nice outfit.
Oh, look, his murder right above him. And then his
Ah!
prom fit. I knew that was going to be such an interesting, like...
Yeah,
God.
I was gonna say something about him, just like, oh my god, his prom outfit. Right under his death list.
Yes, it gives me Strawberry Pimp vibes.
Oh my
Thank
God.
you. All right. You know what? I'm going to be nice, and you guys can actually vote on which one it is.
Woohoo!
1, 2, 3.
Was it intentional for him to look like a Strawberry Pimp?
Not fully, but I wanted him to look very like his whole entire theming of his outfit was Valentine's Day inspired. The first one was mint chocolate chip, but I was told that he looked like the Lorax. That's no good.
Lorax? You mean the Onceler?
Yeah,
I
All
like
I do mean the Wandsler, but still, the point is that he looked like the Wandsler. He looked like he reminded someone of the Lorax, like the book, the movie, whatever.
I would have
And
loved to see that.
I sent it. I did send it a while ago in art because I was like, this isn't gonna same image. Yeah,
I
if
like
you go into the art thing and you see Minty the pony, just tap the attachment and there it is.
Minty the Pony.
I really like the first one.
Thank you.
Oh, for the
thought it was
courtroom.
cute. So for the courtroom, just 1, 2, or 3.
1.
So I have 2 votes for 1. Did I hear people correctly? I heard Sky and I
Yep.
think I heard Rose. Okay, cool.
I also said 1.
Oh, you also said well, that's majority.
Majority vote wins! Woohoo!
I feel like if we get it wrong, I'm gonna be like sucked down a tube from my
No.
little pod. So that'd be kind
I
of cool.
On the tube.
The
No.
joke.
I've seen one too many first executions.
I just realized I forgot something important. I'm so
What?
sad.
What?
Give me a moment. I can get this
No.
done. We're taking a quick break.
Currently, I believe it's Lola that killed him.
Interesting.
You know, I'm
Can we
starting to
take a
have
quick
that.
break? I need to
The-
refill my cocoa.
The one
you.
person who has an alibi for the entire time that the timing is done, cool.
Just because
Question-
there was another
okay.
person there doesn't mean that 2 people weren't there when someone got murdered.
I believe it was Lola and Yuki is the end tag.
Ooh, interesting. Okay.
One that's trying to cover it up.
I don't know.
God damn it, Rose, you're not supposed to feed
about
the
it.
stereotype of Butcher Girl being behind murders.
You know, I really don't want to think about it because I only suspect one person. And I
What do
don't
you mean by my girl?
want- Yuki.
Okay.
This
How
actually
is she
looks
my
like a
girl?
really good background.
You originally really liked her.
Yeah, originally you did.
Yeah.
Rich, that was only for the first session.
You were like,
And then you
oh,
forgot
she's interesting. Bye.
Yeah, literally,
literally.
moment I came up with the backstory for my character, I was like, yeah, no, time to change directions. Like a 90-degree turn.
We love it.
I went a completely different route than I was originally gonna go.
Which is interesting.
Now I stay with Felix most of the time because backstory.
You almost fucking ran him over.
Yeah. That was kind of funny.
It was. But yeah, that is my current assumption of what who it is. Lola and Yuki.
I don't wanna.
Tag team murder.
I don't know. I generally don't know.
Jin,
But
do you not wanna because you like Lola, or
No, I like Lola. Lola's
Yeah.
a really nice character.
that's
Exactly.
You're saying I don't wanna, and I was just clarifying if it was because
No, it's literally just because, like, most of the people that I can think of, like, Karoma's really high up there. I'm not putting my doubts down at that point. Because again, don't know when he left.
I'm still gonna say that yes, Jefferson still has slight feelings towards Yuki.
Like, just slightly.
Slightly. Hasn't
Actually,
gotten to interact with
like-
her much, so
He's like, she's cute, but I'm busy.
I'm busy.
she's
all-
cute, but I got settle on who killed this person.
you
If she's
know.
one of them, I gotta put my feelings aside.
Oh, well.
Why is this being stupid? I want this image. Thank you.
Jefferson is a man of focus and sheer fucking will.
I I like the class trials, but not when your favorite NPC is probably
Including the will to run over a child.
I would be surprised if people actually accuse me.
I want to accuse Jefferson.
Why?
Because you dare speak about it.
Exactly.
Yeah, because you just said that.
Every
You did
time I
good.
speak something into existence, it happens.
You
Okay,
big
this is
brave.
not what I want it to do.
I'm cursed all
Weird
over
thing.
again.
Oh wait, I can do
Stop
the.
saying shit.
Sorry,
I
I'm
can't.
trying to like think about how to do this really fast because I don't want to make everybody sit here and wait forever.
Oh
Oh,
no, we're keeping each other entertained with witty banter.
of course, which I really do appreciate. I'm sorry that it took this long.
You can also postpone, because Sky needs to go to bed.
Oh yeah,
Sure.
this might actually be a good place to stop.
Plus, if we do save it for next time, we can have an entire session to do the trial.
Exactly. So you know what? We're gonna go ahead and call it here. I hope that everybody enjoyed our after session questions. Is going to be probably a lot easier to answer now. I will
Oh
have to
yeah.
remove the who do you think the victim will be until next chapter. So,
Yep.
who do you think is the killer? Who do you think is your mastermind? That one might still be a little bit difficult. Who do you think is going to be your trial and tag? And then for my players, what is your favorite moment from your turn, and what is your favorite moments from a different player? And then for our lovely audience, what is your favorite moment from the session tonight overall? Thank you so much for tuning in, and it has been a lovely pleasure to have you.
Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!
See ya!